Hello, students. Welcome back to another class of English. Today, we are going to learn the second module of our third chapter Wildlife in a City Pond. At the end of the class, you will be able to read and comprehend the paragraph, enrich your English vocabulary, work towards protecting our environment, learn and identify the use of onomatopoeia. Hope you all have gone through the previous portion. Now, let me ask some question. You are ready? Okay. Here you can see some question. Let's see. What was the mystery that the speaker came across? What was the pond like in summer? Now, the third question. What magic did the rain perform? Fourth question. Why did the speaker name the pond Flapshell Pond? I think you all can answer this question. If you cannot answer the question, don't feel bad. Read our lesson once again. I'm sure you definitely will find the answer for this question. So let's move on. Before starting our lesson, let me ask a question. Would you be scared of walking beside a pond which is home to so many varieties of wildlife? What is your answer? Now, I'm going to ask another question. If you happen to see a pond nearby your home is going to be destroyed, will you hold a protest against it or will you support them? What will be your opinion? To know more about the story and more about the pond, let's read the remaining part of our lesson. Now we can listen to some words which we are going to learn today. Checkered keelbacks. It's a name of a snake. It's also known commonly as Asiatic water snake and it is non venomous. That means it is not poison. The other word is mammals. It's a noun. Let us see what do we mean by mammals. The definition of a mammal is a type of warm-blooded animal that breastfeed their babies and usually has hair. I want you all to take page number 31 on your reader. Let's start from where we have stopped in the last class. Several birds walked around turtles, which peacefully ignored them. The white breasted water hen walked like a dancer, looking for food. A couple of pond herons moved secretly through the reeds, afraid of danger from birds of prey. And as the monsoon progressed, a pair of spot-billed ducks landed on Flapshell Pond. They hunted for snails and water plants, and they took off to other natural restaurants. I thought that such a small pond could not have any mammals, but I was wrong. I would often see shy mongoose came to the edge of the water, Once I even saw an entire family with three babies. And where there were mongoose, could snake be far behind? I was lucky enough to see the checkered keelbacks, pretty water snake swimming between the reeds. But what caused the loud noise in the night? Frogs and toads by the hundred, croaking and singing away to attract their mates. They were joined by crickets, which seemed to have loudspeakers of their own. Listening carefully, I soon learned to appreciate this natural symphony. One day, I got the scare of my life. No, not from snakes or herons with means looking beaks, but from some people walking around Flapshell Pond. I found out from my neighbors that they were planning to drain the wetland and make buildings on it. My heart sank. I could not let this happen. A friend and I mobilized the neighborhood kids. We invited a few journalists. The next day, the newspaper carried news of the children's appeal. Other residents of the area started calling up various officials to tell them to save the pond. Then a couple of environmental organizations joined in. We invited the city commissioner too. At first he did not agree, but when he experienced the monsoon magic, he realized it would be a shame to destroy the pond. All this finally did the trick. Flapshell Pond was declared off limits to any construction. How lucky I am to have experienced monsoon's magic. Here was a mini sanctuary in the middle of a bursting city. Here, nature's dance could continue, providing life to thousands of creatures, big and small. Sometimes, magic is found in one's own backyard. Ashish Kothari. In order to check how much you have comprehend from this passage, let me ask a question. You are ready? What mammal did the writer see at the pond? Next question. What a checkered nail red means? What did the speaker mean by natural restaurant? Next, we are moving on to activity. Today, we are going to learn more about onomatopoeia. What do you mean by onomatopoeia and what is it? Let's see. Here you can see so many words which we are using. Can you tell me what is the meaning or what is the situation we are using this? Suppose the word boom. When you hear the word itself, you understand the situation or meaning of that word. Why? Do you know why we call these words onomatopoeia? When we are using these words, it will be showing the meaning of that word. When we hear the sound, we will be able to clearly understand what does that word mean or what is it going to symbolize. So Here you can see what do you mean by onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a figurative language. It refers to a word that phonetically mimics or resembles the sound of the thing it describes. For example, the word we use to describe the noise that animals make are all onomatopoeic, such as a dog bark, a cat mew, or a cow coo, cow moo. Not only the sound created by animals, other sound, for example, the word splash, boom, howl, thud, murmured, swish, all are examples. So, my dear students, we will be discussing more about onomatopoeic with examples during our online class. Hope you all understand. Thank you, students. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day. Thank you for listening once again.